Have you ever wondered how it is possible to install thousands of kilometers of steel rails with almost perfect precision, capable of withstanding the continuous passage of 100-ton freight trains and high-speed convoys for decades? Behind every railway track there is not only metal and stone, but a highly coordinated industrial and construction process involving large-scale steel mills, heavy machinery, high-precision measurement systems, and specialized human teams. In this video, you will travel the complete path of the rail, from its manufacturing in steel plants to its final installation on the ground, passing through quality controls, high-resistance welding, and millimeter adjustments that define the safety and durability of the entire railway network. The large-scale production and installation process of railway rails begins in the heart of the steel industry, where mineral raw materials are transformed into high-strength structural steel. In massive metallurgical complexes, iron ore, along with reducing agents and specific additives, is melted in high-temperature furnaces that far exceed 1,500 degrees Celsius. At this stage, the chemical composition of the steel is adjusted with extreme precision through automated systems that dose elements such as manganese, silicon, and chromium, which increase mechanical resistance, wear durability, and tolerance to cyclic fatigue. Spectrometric sensors continuously analyze the molten metal to ensure each batch meets strict technical specifications. Once the desired metallurgical properties are reached, the liquid steel is poured into molds that provide its initial shape, generating rectangular section billets. These incandescent pieces are immediately transferred to thermal homogenization furnaces, where they remain at controlled temperatures to stabilize their internal structure. This pre-treatment is key to avoiding uneven internal stresses that could cause deformations or microfractures during the subsequent forming phases. Subsequently, the hot billets enter high-power rolling lines. In these facilities, sets of hardened steel rollers apply progressive forces that reduce the thickness of the material and elongate it in a controlled manner. As it moves through different stations, the steel profile gradually approaches the characteristic geometry of the railway rail. In the intermediate stages, the rollers modify the cross-section to uniformly distribute internal stresses, avoiding stress concentrations that would compromise the structural integrity of the final product. Computerized systems regulate the pressure exerted by each roller and adjust the feed speed in real time, according to readings from strain and temperature sensors. In the final phase of rolling, the rail acquires its definitive profile, with an upper head designed to withstand direct contact with the train wheels, a central web that transmits vertical loads, and a wide base that distributes the weight toward the support elements. During this process, controlled high-pressure water jets remove surface oxide layers and help regulate the steel temperature, preventing localized overheating. Laser gauges continuously verify the straightness, width, height, and symmetry of the profile, sending automatic corrections to the roller's hydraulic systems when minimal deviations are detected. After forming, the rails still retain high temperatures and residual internal stresses. To improve their mechanical properties, they undergo a controlled cooling process, followed by specific heat treatments. At this stage, rapid cooling is combined with moderate heating phases, which increases surface hardness, improves resistance to frictional wear, and optimizes behavior under repetitive loads. This treatment allows the rails to withstand millions of heavy train passage cycles without significant deformation. Once heat-treated, individual rails are prepared for joining into continuous sections. To achieve this, they are aligned with millimeter precision using guide systems and optical sensors that ensure the ends match perfectly in geometry and position. The flash butt welding process heats the ends of the rails using high-intensity current until the metal reaches a plastic state that allows for fusion under pressure. The result is a solid and homogeneous joint with mechanical properties equivalent to the base material. After welding, automated equipment removes excess material from the joint and polishes the surface so that no irregularities exist which could generate impacts or vibrations during train passage. Each welded section is subjected to rigorous quality controls. Ultrasonic inspection systems detect potential internal defects invisible to the naked eye, while high-resolution cameras examine the surface to identify cracks, porosities, or geometric imperfections. Random mechanical tests verify tensile strength, surface hardness, and the ability to withstand compression loads. Only rails that meet all technical parameters proceed to the logistics phase. In parallel with the rail manufacturing, the ground where the railway track will be installed is prepared. The natural soil is compacted in layers, creating a stable subgrade that will serve as the structural base of the railway system. Over this subgrade, a layer of granular material is spread, composed of crushed stone of controlled size, which serves the function of distributing loads, absorbing vibrations, and facilitating water drainage. This granular layer is not rigidly fixed, allowing the structure to adapt slightly to ground movements without losing stability. Once the granular material is distributed, specialized machinery levels the surface with precision, adjusting slopes and heights according to the design plans. Vibratory compaction equipment consolidates the support bed, creating a firm yet elastic base. On this base, the sleepers are placed, acting as transverse elements responsible for maintaining the correct separation between the rails and transferring loads to the ground. In modern projects, reinforced concrete sleepers are the most widely used due to their longer service life and their capacity to support high loads for decades. The placement of sleepers is carried out using automated machines that position them at regular intervals, respecting strict geometric tolerances. Each element is aligned based on the track axis, ensuring that the final geometry of the layout is consistent with the project's curve radii and gradients. In renovation works, prefabricated panels are also used, integrating rails and sleepers into modules that are installed quickly, reducing railway service interruption times. Once the supports are prepared, the steel rails are deployed over the track layout. In large-scale projects, continuous welded rail sections are used, which are progressively unrolled from specialized trains. This equipment allows segments hundreds of meters long to be placed continuously, reducing the number of field joints and improving ride smoothness. The rails are guided manually or by hydraulic systems to rest on each sleeper in the correct position. After initial placement, the rails undergo a thermal adjustment process. Since steel expands and contracts with temperature changes, it is necessary to tension or fix the rails within a specific thermal range to avoid subsequent deformations. Hydraulic equipment applies controlled forces that compensate for these variations, ensuring the track maintains its geometry even under extreme weather conditions. At this stage, the rails are temporarily fixed while permanent anchoring systems are installed. The permanent fastening system consists of base plates, elastic pads, and metal fastening elements. The plates distribute the load toward the sleeper while the pads reduce vibration and noise. Clips or bolts hold the rail firmly in place while allowing small longitudinal movements that absorb thermal expansion without damaging the structure. Each fastening is installed with calibrated torque tools to ensure uniform pressure across the entire line. With the rails fixed, the fine alignment of the track proceeds. Tamping machines slightly lift the rail and sleeper assembly while compacting the granular material underneath through controlled vibrations. This process adjusts the height, cross-leveling, and longitudinal straightness of the track with millimeter precision. Gyroscopic and laser sensors record any deviation from the design, allowing for immediate corrections during the operation. Once the track geometry has been precisely adjusted and the rails are correctly positioned on the sleepers, the final joining stage begins on the ground itself. The objective is to transform individual sections into a continuous structure, capable of offering a uniform and stable running surface over long distances. In areas with easy access and controlled conditions, flash butt welding equipment is used, applying high-intensity current to the rail ends until the steel reaches a plastic state. Under controlled pressure, both ends fuse into a single piece, generating a homogeneous joint whose mechanical properties are comparable to those of the original material. In sections with difficult access, sharp curves, or areas where it is not possible to move heavy machinery, thermite welding is used. This method utilizes a highly exothermic chemical reaction that produces molten metal capable of filling the gap between the rail ends previously aligned within a refractory mold. Once the reaction is complete and the material has solidified, the molds are removed and the excess metal is eliminated using cutting and grinding equipment. Subsequently, the joint surface is polished with special tools so that it remains perfectly level with the rail profile, avoiding irregularities that could generate impacts, vibrations, or stress concentrations during the passage of rolling stock. Once the welding of all sections is finalized, the technical verification phase of the entire track begins. Inspection vehicles equipped with ultrasonic systems travel the line to detect possible internal discontinuities, microcracks, or structural defects that are not visible on the surface. Additionally, geometric measurement equipment is used to analyze parameters such as track gauge, cross-leveling, longitudinal alignment, and the regularity of the running profile, comparing each value with the tolerance limits established by railway standards. When faults or deviations are detected, teams perform specific adjustments to the rails, ballast, and fastenings to meet safety standards. After the corrections, the track is cleared to operate under demanding loads and conditions. When the last section is welded and the track geometry is adjusted within millimeter tolerances, the process not only concludes an engineering work but also consolidates an infrastructure designed to operate for decades under extreme loads and varying weather conditions. Each installed rail represents the sum of technical decisions, quality controls, heat treatments, precise alignments, and high-resistance welds that together determine the safety, efficiency, and service life of the railway network. What appears to the naked eye as a continuous line of steel is, in reality, the result of a complex industrial system where each stage directly influences the reliability of rail transport.